You to realise, if Ekstrom makes the final, Bakkerud is out because there are not enough points left for him to overhaul him, even if Ekstrom scores 0. If Ekstrom makes the final and the others do not, he will be the champion in the semi-finals. Let's have a look at the grid for semi-final 1 of round 11 of the FIA World Rallycross Championship. The champion, Petter Solberg, can he take the fight at least to the final here, maybe to the last round? And Kevin Hansen on the front row with him, brilliant performance. Last time's winner, Sebastian Loeb on row 2, with Andreas Bakkerud alongside him. And bringing up the rear, Topi Heikkinen and Timmy Hansen. Heikkinen needs good points here, particularly against Loeb and Hansen, to keep EKS's team's title on track. Are they going to get away clean or not? And what's turn 1 going to do? Oh, it's a decent start. Loeb got away brilliantly on row 2, but he can't get past Kevin Hansen. Solberg at the inside of Kevin Hansen. Hansen's going to try and hang on round the outside. Bakkerud up the inside of Loeb, trying to find some traction in the focus. Solberg looks to have got it, but Kevin Hansen's going to out-drag him down the straight. He's going to go all the way down. We see Heikkinen in the back. Solberg goes P1.
The power of that Citroën got him to the front. It was such a close start, but Solberg did it. He's wide on turn 2, though.
Solberg is wide. He's under pressure from Kevin Hansen. Kevin Hansen is just so accurate. If he gets the slightest chance, he'll have a look at going through. The track been smoothed out by the track repair guys. Bakkerud up the inside of Loeb. Loeb seems to have been pushed wide, and I think Hansen wanted to go Joker there, and he couldn't, because Loeb was sideways across the front of him. The car's power past the commentary position for the first time and back up to turn 1. Kevin Hansen is piling the pressure on.
But Bakkerud is really fast. That's the first time we've seen a pass of that final corner all weekend.
Nobody jokered, Tim. Nobody joked on that one. I say, I think Timmy Hansen wanted to, and he was left with no choice. The dust for the first time. Been damp conditions all weekend. Is anybody going to dip out on this lap? Who's your money on?
Well, they're so close together that they don't want to put themselves behind slower cars, but watch and see who breaks late into them. No one at the moment at the back.
It's Hansen. It is Hansen, who, as I say, I think wanted to go on the first lap. He's got to come up from there. Remember, only the top 3 go through, so Timmy Hansen goes into the joker lap. The crowd are on the air horns up at turn 1. Kevin Hansen now coming under pressure from Andreas Bakkerud. Bakkerud tries again to get the traction with the focus, but that turn 1's so hard to get out of quickly.
You can get up the inside on the way in, but unless you're in front on the way out, you will not get the traction. This is letting Solberg get away. His gap at the end of that second lap was 1.5 seconds.
So 1.5 for Solberg. Tim, drier conditions now. Oh, Hansen taps the wall. Hansen taps the wall. Kevin does well to hold on to that. He's broadside. Topi Heikkinen in the background fires the car into the joker. Heikkinen looking to try and get the overlap on Hansen. I think Hansen's going to come out in front. Topi loses ground. So that's going to lose ground for EKS in the team standings as well, because at the minute, both Loeb and Timmy Hansen are going to outscore Topi Heikkinen. So Ekstrom's going to have work to do on the team's front as well as on the driver's front. But at the minute, if Solberg and Bakkerud both go through, the title fight's going to go down to the final anyway.
Which is just what we want to see. Solberg, quickest in Q2, Q3 and 4, is really coming on fire when it matters.
He's got a point to prove here, Tim. You know, he could well be the outgoing world champion. He's been a brilliant world champion, a wonderful ambassador for this sport. As Loeb goes into the joke, that runs a little bit deep. Loeb's not tidy on the way in. Is that going to cost him on the exit? Watch for Hansen and Heikkinen as they come over the line. Loeb's going to be wide. I think Hansen might be up the inside, but he gives best to his teammate. I think Hansen backed out of that. Little tap in the door now. Hansen on the inside, door to door with the World Rally legend. Down the back straight, Loeb putting the squeeze on Hansen. Hansen's pulling gears, going to try and outbreak him at the bottom of the straight. Brilliant job by Timmy Hansen. He was not having any of that.
No, he wasn't giving any respect there, and that's the way to race. Loeb, who came off that brilliant victory at Latvia, hasn't quite pulled off the pace this weekend.
Well, a man who is pulling off the pace is Solberg, who you see come up and over the line. You can see who's joking from the ticks at the top of your screen. They're in that pack of 3 at the rear, and they're hoping that the pack of 3 at the front haven't got enough time when they dip into the joker on this lap. We're going to see the front 3 go in the joker. It's going to come down to a mad merge at the finish line.
All surprised Bakkerud didn't perhaps take the joker on that, so he didn't have to follow the others on the last lap.
Heikkinen with a bit of contact on the way out of the hairpin there as the cars come down through the dust. Fastest lap of the day goes to Petter Solberg, so the track is in the quickest conditions we've seen so far. Who's going to go through to the final? Solberg has to keep it alive. On the brake, send the car right down to the apex. A little bit of handbrake on the inside. Kevin Hansen's in behind him, Bakkerud too. These 3 guys are fighting for a place in the final. Solberg checks in. He's going to be on the front row. Kevin Hansen to row 2 with Bakkerud. They all go through the front 3. Timmy Hansen, Sebastian Loeb and Topi Heikkinen are out. 6 championship points for Solberg, 5 for Kevin Hansen, 4 for Andreas Backerud. 3 for Hansen, 2 for Loeb and 1 for Haken, and those guys, of course, affecting the team standings. We'll see that at the end of the weekend. Semi-final 2 is on the line, and the world champion-elect is on pole position. Let's see who joins him for this one. Matthias Ekström up front with the danger of Janis Baumanis outside. A brilliant drive by Baumanis. He's got nothing to lose this weekend. Johan Kristoffersson desperate to keep the title fight alive as well, with Kevin Eriksson next to him. And bringing up the rear, last year's winner David Genet, and the Hoonigan himself, Ken Block. Who's done the most and who's going to get it bang on? A lot of wheel spin for Kristoffersson. He goes backwards, but Baumanis is absolutely level with Ekström. Ekström turns in. Eriksson goes up the inside of Baumanis. He's going to push him wide. That's Genet in the back of Eriksson. Eriksson gets pushed wide. Ken Block trying to go all the way around the outside. Kevin Eriksson, what a brilliant start. He's trying to go alongside Ekström. Again, he's got nothing to lose, but Ekström finally gets out in front. Baumanis is in a fight with Genet. Genet's gone from P6 to P3, right at the P5, sorry, right at the start of the race up to P3. Great by him.
Yeah, good start by Ekström. Did exactly what Solberg did in his first semi. Got out on the front, held that inside line on turn 1. Kristoffersson, though, he's struggling to make the final.
Baumanis with a mistake there. Baumanis was loose on the gravel. I don't think he meant to hit Genet. I'm not even convinced he meant to go for the Joker lap, Tim. He was super sideways and kind of collected. He's like, do you know what? I might as well go in the Joker because I'm heading that way anyway.
I think you're right. He couldn't stop the car. So what can Kristoffersson do to get a top 3 place?
Ken Block in the background. Excuse me, Tim. Ken Block. So Ken Block pulls up in the background. The number 43 car is parked up at turn 1, so that looked mechanical, didn't it?
It did, but what we don't want is a yellow flag up there. It's an opportunity to overtake.
It is. There's a racing driver speaking immediately. See, there's Ken Block, reverses out. Should be true, tricky with 600 horsepower and 4-wheel drive. Works in reverse as well. We can hear him in the background, in fact. So coming through again to take the start of lap 3. Such a short lap here. Kristoffersson is putting Genet under an enormous amount of pressure. The only man to a Joker so far. Baumanis, Kristoffersson up the inside. There obviously isn't a yellow flag because Kristoffersson has stuck it straight up the inside. Brilliant pass by him on Genet.
Absolutely fantastic. Turning the car, braking over the bumps. Really good overtake.
Kristoffersson knows he's got to go through. And remember, if Ekström makes the final, Backerud is out. So Backerud's into the final already, but he will be out of the championship fight if Ekström goes through, because he can't outscore him by enough. And at the minute, Ekström's going to go through onto the front row. We might see the 2 world champions go head-to-head. Johan Kristoffersson, fastest lap of the day. That's not a big surprise. Absolutely on fire, but after a not very good start. Here we are, turn 1. Watch this. So many inputs, Tim.
Yeah, handbrake on the right, gear lever on the left, pulling both. That's really active on that first corner. Interesting, Ekström really hasn't got away from Eriksson, and we heard him say he's on brand new tyres, so he hasn't quite got the pace we expected.
Ekström, maybe, say being careful, you can't really say he's being careful this pace he's going at, can you? Still nobody Jokers. They're going to have to follow each other around. Finally, into the Joker lap goes David Genet, who of course was passed by Kristoffersson. He's now in danger from Baumanis on the merge. Baumanis comes through the standard track. Genet's going to struggle for traction. I think Baumanis might have enough, but can have a look up the inside on the brake. Genet tries to turn in Baumanis just with a sideways nudge. Nicely done by Janis Baumanis, so I think that's all fair and square.
Yeah, that's up the inside, got the car turned, little sideways touch, nothing to worry about there.
Ekström still leading from Eriksson. I think I saw Ken Block parked up at the straight. He hasn't completed any more than 1 lap, so he is out, but that looks to have stopped it up at the straight. Very gentlemanly of Ken to move it somewhere sensible, not leave it up in the corner. Ekström around the left-hander. He's going to come onto the last lap, and we're going to see the same as last time. We're going to see a load of last lap Jokers.
On board, pushing the gear lever, sequential gearbox up and down the box, flat shifting, big handbrake lever so you can get to it very easily and give it a tug. Just a fly-off handbrake, you would pull it and release it, no button to press.
Genet's off, so Genet's in the barrier down at the bottom end of the track, so he's out, so he reverses away. He's not going to affect the leaders, I hope. Ekström comes through the left and through the right, up and over the crest. Remember, Ekström hit the Joker lap entrance here not so long ago. He needs to get this right. Solberg will be hoping he doesn't into the Joker. He's tidy on the way in. Kevin Eriksson doing a brilliant job behind him. Kevin Eriksson super quick through there, but it's Ekström who takes semi-final number 2. Kevin Eriksson crosses the line for P3. Baumanis is trying hard, but he's not near enough. Kristoffersson goes through in P3. So Kristoffersson, Solberg, Backerud, they've all gone through, but Backerud is out of the title fight because Ekström has